Out of more than 7 billion people, only 1.1% are millionaires. Everyone else is kind of broke. This is quite surprising considering how easy the word millionaire or $1 million is thrown around. And also, the amount of people grinding so hard to become millionaires is so overwhelming. But again, it's only 1.1% of the world who seem to get it right. Now, if you're part of this 1.1% club like me, subscribe and like the video. But if you're not a millionaire just yet, but you're putting in the work to becoming one and you know you'll make it, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and destroy the bell button for notifications. In today's video, we'll look at what makes people rich in the world today. How about what stops other people from being rich? And as every 21st century man, I also went on the internet and searched for rich people's interviews talking about how to make money, how to build wealth. I also went out and asked people around me in my city to find out what they think. Let's have a look. You were 16 years old when
Yeah.
and you want to set yourself up to become wealthy. What would you do?
Just go through brokers, ETFs, stock market.
Let's say you start at 17 years old, no money at all. What would be your best move?
Social media, I suppose.
Social media.
Yeah.
So you think studying is the best way to do it?
Yes, after his first year now, after 3 years, he become a nurse.
You become a nurse. Okay, nice. Do you think a nurse will help him to become rich?
Yes.
So basically you're saying that one has to do education?
Yes. Education is best.
Is the best, yeah?
Yes.
So when people try to figure out how to make $1 million, they have no idea how daunting that is. Because if you know how to make $1 million, you go make it tomorrow. But since you can't figure out how to $1 million idea, you go somewhere and sit down. That's the wrong approach. You don't need $1 million idea, you need a $10 idea. You need something that you do, your gift that God gave you to make $10.
I knew I wanted to make money at an early age, and so that was basically what I set out to do and did. I started in the commercial leasing business, and then I would use commissions to buy buildings. So my shopping center business had capital and bought up a whole bunch of hotels. And so I've been doing hotels mostly ever since.
Some open the school.
Open a school?
Yes.
Okay, for free?
We go to school, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because my country school is some problem.
School is a problem?
Yes.
Go around, find yourself somebody that can help you achieve whatever your end goal that you have in your mind, and ask them. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help you out if you just simply ask them. And one of the biggest mistakes that I have is perhaps not finding a mentor earlier on, but certainly I was able to find some incredible mentors that have helped me get to the point where I'm at today.
Did you really pay attention to what was said in those clips? Let me summarize it for you. None of the rich guys talked about more education. The non-rich guys, however, said something familiar that we all know already. They repeated the playbook that we are taught by our parents, society, and other broke people. Work hard in school, get good grades so that you can go to a top-tier university, then you get a job and you become rich. If you grow up in a Western country, you end up getting lots of debt just to afford the education. But if you grow up in an underdeveloped economy like I did, there is no easy money like student loans and things like that. So people end up starving their whole family or village just to send one child to a top-tier university. Even though it comes from a good place, this whole education as a way to get rich is bullshit. It's a scam. Yes, it's a scam funded by big banks and government just to control people. 4 years of intense learning just to get a job at the end, which is not even guaranteed by the way, is a lot of time to waste. In fact, all it does is brainwashing yourself into believing that you're not good enough to create your own path in life, and you should just take a job and build someone else's vision instead. Peter Thiel has something interesting here.
There is an amazing degree to which people's ambitions get beaten out of them in these top universities. If I look at what people thought my senior year in high school, sort of like were very ambitious. They had all these ideas what they were going to do. And if you looked at the same people at sort of college plus 5 years, sort of 9 years later, let's say, it was amazing how much things have been ratcheted down. And so I do think there's something problematic where all the talented people go to these schools, they're sort of evaluated on the same terms, and at the end a lot of ambitions are beaten out of them.
If you don't believe this, let me prove it to you. Your mom said become a doctor or pilot or engineer. Yeah, that will make her proud, but surely it will not make you rich. Did you know? The average salary of a doctor is $237,000 a year. A pilot, it's $130,000 a year. An astronaut, $104,000 a year. But these careers are very challenging and take years of grinding and hard work to get there. And this one will actually shock you. Surveys show that 25% of doctors in their 60s are not millionaires, and 11 to 12% of them have their net worth under $500,000. This is a demographic at the same time that pays a lot of taxes, right? So far, you can see that what makes people poor is usually bad information, bad data about money. Another stupid idea that's very popular out there among people in the middle class or poor is this idea of saving. This stupid idea is pushed to them through the media and banks and government-endorsed financial advisors and experts. Have a look at this, for example.
And I'm going to recommend a good growth stock mutual fund that has an average annual return of 12%. I own one that's done that for over 75 years.
Today we're going to talk about how to become a millionaire using the $25 plan. If you could save $25, if you want to get to retirement, or if you want to commit to a goal, this video is for you, so stick around.
That, of course, is boring and stupid, and you definitely intrinsically know that it doesn't work. That's why people just don't pay too much attention to it anymore. You're telling me that I have to work my whole life, save for decades just to become a millionaire? At the same time, you have people making $1 million per day. According to my research, these are the beliefs of wealthy people when it comes to making lots of money. Their list is: number 1, create something that people want or solve a problem.
Think about what problem you can solve. It's not to catch the opportunity, it's about solving the social problems.
But what I've learned is that it's only when you do something that really creates value for people, that solves a fundamental problem that people have, money follows that value. It becomes very easy for you to make a lot of money. So my advice would be just focus on impact.
Number 2, take other people's money. Yes, you need to take other people's money. All the money in the world, trillions of dollars of money that's in the world, is in the hands of other people. So you have to find a way to get it from them.
When I graduated from college, I said, what am I going to do? How can I make a living playing a game? Running a hedge fund is basically taking other people's money and trying to invest for them. Convincing them, first of all, convincing them that you have some sort of special edge. That you know something about markets that's special and valuable. That's the hard part, actually. A lot of the hard thing is convincing people of that. Then once you've convinced them that, you actually have to prove it.
Number 3, invest in early technology.
It was mostly e-commerce initially, and then I pivoted pretty hard in 2020 to like crypto.
Nice.
So I help lead like a venture capital firm.
Got you. And it's fully like based on stocks or crypto?
Just crypto. We don't do any stocks.
Like this guy here had a small e-commerce business, then he pivoted into crypto and made a killing. Look at him. He just looked like a fluffy, normal, average guy. Nothing special about him, right? But on the other hand, majority of people who are not rich, they look at something like new technologies or crypto, for example, they say it's a scam. Number 4, you can of course get a job that will make you rich, especially sales. But of course, your parents don't want you to become a salesman, right? But sales is one of the best jobs in the world and one of the most important skills when it comes to making money. Did you know that they don't fire the best performing salesman? If you are a sales guy, you might have a 9-to-5 job, but you never live by the same rules of the normal guys, because the sales guy is the one who brings the money to the company. So you become a boss in your own right, And also, the earning potential is infinite. The more you sell, the more you make. Only after you get one of those 4 things right, then it's time to work like hell. You need to work like hell.
And then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
As you can tell, the mindset of people who become rich is different from the ones who don't. The ones who don't usually give excuses for failure. The ones who don't make it will watch this video and find ways to justify why they cannot make it.
Don't make sense of the failure, okay? If you're taking notes, quit making sense of the failures.
So, as you have seen in this video, there is a clear difference of belief systems and approach of the rich and the poor majority. I'm not saying that education is not important. Of course, you need to learn how to read and write. But to think of education as a lucrative financial investment that will get you rich is absolutely wrong. The information is out there. It just depends on you as a person to do the work. What are your observations on this subject? I would like to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and let's talk about it. As a side note, if you're interested in learning cryptocurrency investing or trading, I recommend that you join CryptoUniversity.network. It's the best way to learn, but also an incredible community to be part of and never miss out on what's hot in that market. Link is in the description. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching and see you next time.